can't get it apart. It's like glued to my hand. And shoot. This is not working. So for today's cooking video, I'm going to do Chinese pan-fried pies. I saw this, I'm just going to leave the link for the YouTube video below because she explains it a lot better than I am, but it's essentially like beef dumplings, but they're done flat, and it's a bit of a trickier recipe than others because there's a lot of different time elements. For example, you have to boil some white or Yukon Gold potatoes, mash them and let them cool before you can add them to a raw beef mixture to add an extra, like a wetness element, make it nice and moistly. And basically that way the filling isn't dry when you pan fry with the dough. And then the longest element is the dough itself. You have to make the dough and let it sit for like 2.5 hours before. So you have to do that first, then make the filling and also boil potatoes before that so they have a chance to cool, so you can add that. So it's like a Inception kind of thing with only 2 layers. But I want to do this because they look delicious. So let's begin. We begin with our dough. This is 2 3/4 cups of flour. That sound in the background is my electric kettle. I'm gonna get some boiling water in here and some warm to make the dough. I've added the boiling water, the salt, and the hot water. So I'm at that step right now. I'm gonna turn this to a ball. In 30 minutes, I will add oil to that. When it gets cold, she says that it becomes harder to move around with your hands. So now I will boil the potatoes and prep the meat filling. Got our potatoes boiling on one side. On the other side, our beef. I'll be adding 5 spice powder, white pepper, and all that other stuff. I don't have ginger or peppercorn powder like her in the video, so I'll be using garlic instead. And instead of peppercorn, nothing, I guess, or pepper, whatever. Actually, I do have coriander and regular black pepper. Apparently those two make a good substitute for Sichuan peppercorn powder. All right, I've added my garlic and green onion. You need to add a glass, half a cup or something, a little bit of warm water to this to make it like a paste of sorts. Then I'm going to add my cooled mashed potatoes. All right, it's been 2 hours. There's my dough. And they want you to do the filling nice and cold, so that's cold. I mixed the potatoes in earlier. I didn't mash them well enough. You can actually see chunks of mashed potato in there, but whatever. Let's make some balls. All right, let's make some. So you need to put some flour on your hand. Grab myself some of this dough. I don't know if that's enough. I'm gonna use extra dough for my first one just because I'm not really sure. I don't want to underdough. I didn't use enough flour. Okay. Then I need a spoon. Shit. Oh, man. Just gonna use this rice scooper because and you gotta put some flour on that and make a ball. This is really messy. You basically make a ball with flour so it doesn't stick. Then you put your meat on top of your dough like this. And her technique, I didn't use enough flour, is to use your thumbs to press down on the filling. Oh crap, I put too much oil or something in my dough. It's so sticky. This is really hard. Oh my god, it's the messiest thing I've ever done. Okay. Oh god, it's so sticky! You basically have to, oh shit, it's breaking apart. This isn't working. Oh no. Nope. I've lost control. I've lost total control. It's over. The heat from my hand is, nope. This is a up. This is screwed. I'm calling it. I put too much oil in the dough. The dough is completely and utterly sticky. Oh man. I didn't use enough flour? My first one, it's a fail, because that's not what it's supposed to look like before you squeeze it and make it flat. There's chunks of filling on the outside of it and stuff. So I'll have to go back to the drawing board on the dough. Oh my god, it's not working. It's just the dough is just too sticky. soon as I touch it, it just, this is so hard. Put all the flour in it. The dough is way too sticky. I can't even get it to conform. This is a recipe fail. No, not put in there. Much easier to work with, actually. I might actually be able to make one. Okay. Whew. Okay. And then you just sort of, yeah, press down on the filling. Obviously, with any Asian dishes, crap, flour on my hands. All Asian dishes require a little bit of practice. This is my first time trying this recipe. Obviously, it would be pretty tough, and this one looks okay. I'm actually getting there. See? I'm doing it like the video. This is actually quite stressful. More flour on the hands, more flour on the hands, more flour. Alright, sealed, not completely done. There's a hole forming on the side. Okay, more flour on the hands, more flour on the hands, lots of flour on the hands. Pan frying is going to be a little bit of a bitch because I touched them and they blow up. You can already see. You shouldn't be able to see too much of the filling in there, but you can see it clear as day. And they're really unstable. You know, you touch them, it sticks to your fingers, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass to pan fry them all, but we'll try. I'm told to fry these on low heat for a minute each side, and then 3 to 4 minutes again until they puff up. Let's flip these bad boys. So far, no leakage. Not bad, not bad. Recipe was a lot tougher than I thought it'd be, man. Like, for a while there, I was doing like skin grafts on some of those dumplings, and just the dough was messing me up. So I'm gonna try one right now. Let's just see how it is. It's too doughy. The dough is definitely too thin. Ugh, fell apart. So this recipe is definitely one of the toughest recipes because of all the time differences. The dough takes 2 hours to set, 2.5 hours, and then the potatoes and everything, and then the meat itself in my dumplings was not salty enough, not enough flavor, but the dough also too thick, but it still broke somehow. I put way too much oil in the dough and tried to save it. It still didn't work. As soon as you touch it to try to fix it, it just sticks to your hands, or any like solid wooden spoons or anything like that. And one of the dumplings even like almost like ate another one. It was just really awkward to try to fix those. And yeah, so it's supposed to be like 2 thin layers of crunchy skin dough and then the meat on the inside, but none of my dumplings puffed up because they're supposed to be airtight and juicy. But yeah, so definitely a disappointing turnout, but you know, I mean, I could add some more salt to the other half, but I might just fry those individually. I just don't feel like making dough again. The recipe failed for sure, but you know, it's good to have a challenge once in a while. I can't win them all.